it's JQ Crafty. We are doing another day, day 18 of 30 days of sketches with Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Tons of amazing people are playing along. I can't keep track. If you can't keep track like I am, there is a playlist on Christy's channel of everybody who's playing along. Everybody. So, they're all there. And everybody that I am at least notified of is linked down below. But otherwise, if you need to get caught up, I've been still watching like day 9s. Because there's so many people playing. It's awesome. But so check out Christy's channel for the playlist, and check it down below. I'll have as many people as I can get linked below that I know of when my video goes up. But I am going to play with the sketch, and I'm going to put a boy spin on it. I want to do some mixed media. I want to do some drips. I really like to play with that, and I don't often. And since the sketch is saying let's do it, then let's do it. So we're going to play with this picture of my son peeking in through the window. This is an old scrap room, or not scrap room kit. It's old paper issues kit from last fall, I believe. I don't remember what month it is. I didn't write it down. But it's from last fall. And so there's a lot of random fun goodies in it. But it has all these leaves from the Simple Stories collection from a couple years back. Or was it maybe just last year? From Autumn Splendor, which I loved. Oh, it was 2019. I forgot. So I'm going to use a bunch of the leaves and things and fall colors and do some fun drips. Maybe with crackling campfire. We shall see. But yeah, that is what we're gonna do. So let's get started. So as I rummaged through my kit after I turned the camera off, I saw this paper and I was like, what if I did it on this? Because I really don't know when else I would use this paper. I mean, the back is a nice leaf, but I'm like, this is kind of perfect because he's outside. And I thought, well, if I use Distress Oxides, they should show up. So I'm going to clear gesso my paper so I can get those drips, right? And I mean, it actually turns out, so I use 3 colors. I grab Crackling Campfire, Fossilized Amber, and Forest Moss. And with the oxidization process of the oxides, they turn more of like a whitish, They get that white, and they're very opaque, which is great. So you really can't see the 3 different colors after I do it. I'm going to give you a heads up on that. But it essentially works. So as I'm letting my gesso set and dry, and you saw I had a big black cardstock as well. So I trimmed down that 12 by 12 photo. That was a Jen Hatfield paper. I trimmed that down, and then so I'm going to mount it on a black cardstock after I do all my stuff. But right now I'm just going to take some of the scraps and do some messy layers behind my photo. I trimmed my photo a little bit as well. So messy layers just to give it a little bit of interest. Not too much. And essentially I follow what the sketch has you do pretty much to the T. I just don't do a circle photo. But I do the clusters around the photo and all that fun stuff. So also I'm getting out this... I have this little set of stamps. I don't remember where it's from. I know I got it at Simon Says Stamps. Is it like a Concord 9th or something? But it has like random shapes, just shapes on it. And I use it a lot for doing my swatches, but there's this nice little scattered hearts one. So I got that out. I'm going to add some stamping as well. But I outlined where my photo was with a white marker. And here I am putting the crackling campfire on. Now I probably could have done more and more and more, and it would have shown up better. Like the color would be richer. But I kind of like the subtleness it is. So did the crackling campfire, a little bit of fossilized amber. You can see, I guess in real life, you can see a little bit of the variation. You don't see any of the forest moss at all. No. And for some reason, that one does look more like see-through, doesn't it? Which is interesting because it is an oxide. So, but I do the drips. And then I'm going to take my brilliant white, and just kind of put some on to create a little halo around my photo. And it looks like a lot, but always with mixed media, it's going to get covered up. Now my splatters look a lot better. So I'm glad I splattered. I splattered with all 3 oxides as well. And like I said, I know the oxidization process creates it more white and brings out that, that's what it does. It changes the color a little bit, but I was fine with that. That my plan. I knew that was going to happen. So I do the splatters of all 3 colors, and I really like what that does to it. And then I'm going to go back in with the fossilized amber and do that stamp of those hearts. And there's like a couple solid hearts, a couple just outline hearts. I'm just going to stamp that in a couple areas. And because of the gesso as well, it changes a little bit. So they don't look as yellow, but I like them. They're subtle. They peek out of my little clusters. The ones on the bottom right there, they get covered up completely. But I'm going to go ahead and pop my photo up on foam, because to me, that's the easiest way to be able to tuck things. And you just leave a good border around the outside so that it's so much easier to tuck. Otherwise, I end up like gluing it down and having to lift it constantly. And then it'll give a little more dimension. So I'm just going to get out a bunch of the leaves. And this is the fun part. I love this part. I love like the collaging part of it. I think collaging is really my favorite thing to do in scrapbooking. And really, when you're creating little clusters like this, you're collaging. You're figuring out what's going to fit where, right? And what's going to peek out where, and do I have to trim it or whatever. So I'm just going to do that with a bunch of the leaves, pop some of the edges up on foam, on some foam squares. And I have these little, they're like, are they enamel? I don't know, but they're in the Lucky Charmer, which Spiegel Mom Scraps, that's an old sequence mix. I'm going to look it up right now while I'm talking to you guys. But they're these random, they're like little enamel hearts. And all these reds and corals and pink. I'm going to kind of scatter them in as well. I'm going to look it up while I'm talking to you guys, or while I'm doing this voiceover. But I'm just creating my little clusters and then putting those hearts in there after I get those clusters down. I had this one little butterfly. It's actually a moth, I think. But I love the colors, just all these colors together. Now, this picture was not taken in the fall, but does that really matter? No. He's outside. Leaves. Whatever. Nature. See, for example, like this leaf. It just stuck. It's going to stick out just a little too much. I trim it down. Boom. All right, let's see. Is Lucky Charmer still in here? Oh, and you guys, the October sequence mixes. Oh, I might have to get them. They're really pretty, but I told myself I have to be done with, I have to finish some of these out. I have a lot of sequins, so I'm hoping some of those will still be there. Lucky Charmer is not there anymore. Like I said, it's an old mix. Like, it had been there forever. I think I even got it on clearance because it had been there forever. Oh man, but those October, oh, they're so pretty. So make sure you go check her out. Jody does an amazing job of all her sequence mixes. They're just fabulous. Okay, now that I've been blabbering, what am I doing? Oh, okay, I'm just finished up with the clusters. Going to clean that up. So now I'm going to try and find a title. And there's just not enough stickers here. And I kind of want the white. I want it to really pop out. So I go into my thicker bin. And yeah, I have these. Oh, I don't remember what these are from. But I really like them because they're a nice dainty font, kind of, but they're not like girly dainty. I really liked this You Are Magic, but I wanted something just, so I figured hello. And then I'm going to journal the way they have those, it says add words here or something like that go horizontally across the page and then vertically down the page, right? The intersect right where the cluster is. I'm going to do that with my white Moji pen. So yeah, it works out perfectly. But that is what I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. I really love this. And it turned out better than I thought it would. I was really worried that the inks, the oxides weren't going to show up because I was doing the dripping, because I know when they oxidize, they kind of turn milky. But it did what I wanted it to do. Check out everybody else who's playing down below. Thanks for watching again, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.